Hi, it's Ray Shalene from Pro Shaper Workshop in Charlton, Massachusetts. I got a little younger, a little better looking, but I lost the hair. Today, I got Brian the Machinist with me, and we're back on the AI-designed Alfa.
Looks like a Volkswagen.
So, as we talked about in the last video, we're just going to tweak a couple of these lines, make sure that it flows nicely with the 1/8-inch rod, and we've shown you that in the last video, so we're not going to go with that now. I think it's just this one and this one we need to change, and then we're just going to copy this entire side and do the passenger side in this whole video. It's not going to be a two-parter or a three-parter. We're going to do it now.
We're doing it live.
Okay, I'm trying to man the camera while holding this. Ray's not here, so we're trying to get as much done without him. As you can see, that top flows really nicely, actually. So we don't have to change much there. All of those. Okay, it looks like we got 7. It's really far off. I hope I'm really getting this. So we're just going to bump that out. Maybe bump out a 8.
Maybe 8 here and 6 in the same spot too.
And then we're just going to, obviously we're going to number them like we showed you. All right, so instead of doing all the little wires first, we're going to do the actual main wire right here. We're going to copy that whole thing. We're going to lay it on the floor. Therefore, we can just do 1, 2, 3, and 4. The wheel openings will be really easy. We could just do it through the rolling machine. We'll show you a little bit of video of that. But the first step, we're just going to do this wire right here because we know it's right. Everything we're questioning has to do with how the fender flows. I'm thinking we need to bump up a couple of these and bump one wire out there. I'm kind of waiting till Ray gets back because I don't want to get yelled at. All right, we're going to try and just figured we'd use the rollers to roll out the front section of that Alfa. All right, that's flat and straight. This is open more. I think this is actually going to work.
Yeah.
Ray's going to be so proud.
He'll come in. You guys f***ed it up.
Oh, yeah. All right, I figure we stop there. I'll just back it out. That looks really tight. We can always open it up. All right, so now just clean up that bend. Trying to get that right, correct angle for the front. I know there's a little swoop in the back, but we'll see how that looks. All right, so out here we got to come out a little bit. And then right here, we just got to swing it really far in. Make sure you have everything on even plane. I don't want to get any kinks, so I'm just going to go slow on each little bit, go back and forth. Really try and bring that around. And then we check it out. Went a little much. That's okay. It's easier to open than it is to close. But right here, it kind of looks like I'm not quite in between the line. Don't know if you can see that, but I can. And we're perfectionists here. Open that up a little. Sorry. All right, I got to come back in this way. And then around here. Kind of getting a little wonky on the end. All right. Good, 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 good. It's a nice little dance you got to do. All right, I'm calling that. That's got to come this way. All right, and that's going to be really it for the first line. We're going to weld on the second half that I need to come all the way to that rear fender. And now we're going to tweak the little sections, copy them, and then you'll see us weld it together. All right, so Brian got the wheel. I don't know where the second one, oh, it's on the other side. He got that. We got the center line, or the, not the center, but we got the other line. And then I tweaked number 6 right there. I just tweaked 7. 8 needs to be a little pumped out a little bit. and then we're just going to copy those wires. So now Brian's copying those wires.
I got 15, 16, 17, and 18 all labeled.
Okay.
Do you want me to label 14 and 13 and do the start from 13?
14,
or?
yeah, do 14 and 13, just
Okay.
to make it easy.
Okay.
Now, I don't care what Ray says, copying is the harder part. It's easy to get the initial design, the flow and everything, but then you got to copy that. So when he comes in, he yells at me for taking an hour to get all these wires done. I'm going to be like, look, it's very difficult. All right, well, 7 does finally look good. 8 just needs a little bit here in that corner.
Oh, yeah, 7. 7's lovely now.
When you don't want to cut it and rebend it, just massage it a little bit. I'm actually using Ray's favorite snap-on hammer, too. Only 11 more payments. He bought it in 1963. 11 more payments. It's almost his. This is taking way too long.
Yeah?
I know how we could speed it up. 80s montage!
All the pieces to the Alfa are here. Like, we got the inside of the rear wheel well here. And then all the other pieces are here. All labeled, all marked out. So that way when we go to put together the other side, everything is clearly labeled. So it should be nice and easy to assemble the opposite side of the car. Hopefully.
In the beginning, the first episode we did of this, we had the Alfa GTV6 that we got as a donor car. Well, those were all the measurements, the wheelbase, the length and everything. We're going to use a lot of those pieces, but we're still not sure that the length is going to be the same or the wheelbase. We might extend things. These were all preliminary numbers. Now we're going to get the second side done. We can connect it all to the middle, but we didn't want to do that in the beginning because if you connect it and then realize we want to extend it 6 inches, that's a heck of a thing to have to redo. So this way it's not what we normally do, but we don't do AI cars as well. So it's a lot of guesswork on this one. But, I mean, if Brian and I can do this, you can do this too. We're not the sharpest tools in the shed.
Point proven.
Okay, we actually, we got that line made up. It actually flows pretty identical. This is separate. We just copied this line right here. The only thing we're missing is it's a little far out at the bottom. Don't know if you can see that right here. We just got to crank that in, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Then we have all the indicators marking where we're going to attach it to these stems, and then where each one of these curves go for the fender. They're all the way down. Then we marked inches with tape, how high this is going, and the flow actually matches all the way from here up until that corner. So now we're just going to weld it onto here, put the bottom line in, and then we'll just start welding.
We got about an hour and a half left in the day, and so far this is what we've got accomplished. The entire front section here is together. Now, coming back to here, this is the ending here. This whole section, it's not welded to here because we're not exactly sure where this has to line up based on the picture. So we're going to assemble this side, and it's just going to float like this one is and be held in with clamps until we know exactly the length that we're going for and exactly how it has to fit based on the drawing.
I think we did pretty good. I can see right where we welded, I think it's right here. There's a little bit of a raise. We got to hit that down, massage it, but I mean, it's...
When you apply heat to metal, that's what it's going to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But, hey, guys, look at us. Couple of bozos on the bus. I love it. We got the inner wheel well, and that's connected. Now we're just going to put in the, whatever the hell, the curves. I'm sorry, it's late. I didn't have my coffee, or enough coffee at least. But, I mean, come on. And definitely our side needs to be tweaked a little bit. Sorry, Ray, but anytime, like Brian said, you apply heat, it moves everything. But, so now we got it all hooked up. We're going to weld these on the other side, probably leave them free floating. Then we'll put in this bottom, connect it with 13, and we got it all done. Well, we got it. We're just missing the window here. We didn't have a long enough stanchion. We were just like, we have 10 minutes left. We weren't going to mess with it, but, I mean, I'm pretty impressed. It took 2 pots of coffee, maybe 5 20-foot lengths of wire, a bunch of blood, sweat, and tears. Cut myself 1,000 times, found it with lacquer thinner where the cut was. Brian did the beautiful job on the wheel openings. Again, it's not a hard structure, so it's kind of flimsy right now. So when Ray comes in next week, he's going to be like, well, it's off right here and off right here. I know, but we got it done. I mean, this is what happens when we're left unsupervised, but I'm actually pretty damn impressed. So again, if Brian and I can do it, anybody can do it. Well, that's it for this episode. This is Ray Shalene from Pro Shaper Workshop, Charlton, Massachusetts. Thanks for watching.